Hey everybody, Mike Brumfield coming to you one more time with this revised picture of black holes and the universe and proof that the universe is infinite. Albert Einstein gave us C equals mc squared, explains how matter is simply changing form all the time, which is what this indicates. It's a never-ending recycling of matter, back into black space and back into white again. Anyway, Stephen Hawking predicted black holes 30 years ago, and here we have an ancient picture of a black hole indicating these people in the sky are real scientific flesh and blood beings. He died before he got a chance to see it. However, it made worldwide news 6 months ago when we took a picture of the black hole in the center of the Andromeda Galaxy. So, what you have here is an explanation that all this ancient art proves these beings up in the sky are real flesh and blood scientists like we are, like we should be. Get you a physics book for dummies, and like I did, I was a dummy, and I'm studying science all the time now. And it's taught me that the question of where did everything come from is a silly question that we haven't answered, even though Albert Einstein gave us the proof that the universe is infinite. Anyway, all these ancient symbols you see on here, from the yin and the yang, which is a black hole and a white hole, the four forces of the universe, and the Jewish Star of David, looking just like the atom. See the center of the atom symbol looks just like the Jewish Star of David, and the infinity symbol, showing that the universe works through mathematical means. 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8. It gives us a good example of why all life on this planet looks the same. That's how math works, and that's how life works. That's how the universe works. So the instant the singularity point exploded, it became 2, like that infinity symbol. And the yin and yang is a good example of the singularity point. When the singularity point exploded, it became 2. Anyway, I kind of talk and get ahead of myself here. Most important thing is that we find flying saucers, everybody. I'm an artist. I've shown many examples of ancient geometrical, ancient scientific symbols that were religious symbols that look just like today's symbols you can only see with an electron microscope. The thrust of my research involves this idea of ancient stories of people up in the sky. This should be what we would expect in an infinite universe. Michio Kaku, a scientist, says we should expect every stage of life in the universe. We all think it should exist elsewhere, but unfortunately most of us think they just haven't gotten here yet. So they can't imagine that it's living in space, and if it was, you would have, here's what you would look for. You would look for universal common stories all over the planet from ancient people saying they were in contact with people in the sky. We have that. It's called religion. We should have their symbols indicating that they use scientific means to conquer the universe just like we do with electron microscopes. This is advanced knowledge. Ancient Aliens is a good show to show you that there is plenty of advanced scientific symbols all over the universe, with showing us knowledge we don't even have, or we're at least finally catching up with today. So the bottom line is, it's time to stop asking where the universe comes from, and where does everything come from, being the theory of everything. I have a book called Infinite Astronauts. It's what we should expect, people in the sky, staying away from planets. They can get taken out by these meteors. So anyway, the bottom line is, there's nothing more important to finally put a nail in the coffin lid to the question, is there life out there? Certainly with all these examples of evidence of scientific patterns, symbols that you can only see with an electron microscope, it proves that they exist. And that's where they would be, is up in the sky because of meteors. The most important thing we do is overcome meteors that can take us out. The first commandment of all religions is seek the kingdom of heaven. Let's go into space. That's where we have to live to survive and then achieve immortality artificially like they did. So, the bottom line is, we have one species of a little alien all over this planet. That is the oldest artwork. Then we have these taller aliens that they made and use them like we use robots. So the bottom line is we can solve all this with your support to help me continue to find flying saucers every day. If you read my flyer there, UFOfindersLive.com. We don't hunt them, we find them, and you can too. The Jeff and Mike Show coming to a city near you. YouTube, Michael Brumfield, author, and his Infinite Astronaut Theory. There's my phone number. We have a new DVD, Why the Blank Doesn't Everyone Care? We're still finding them. And newspapers, television stations won't give our footage the time of day. Finding UFOs everywhere every day is the answer to solving this mystery, and proving space is the final frontier. If the ancients saw flying saucers then and we see them fly now, then flying is a reality. Not spirits, time travel, teleportation, dimensional portals, higher beings, or anything that would make flying obsolete. All these would make flying obsolete. And the omnipotent God story would make the universe perfect. That's a no-brainer. Nobody wants to see babies die, and they're dying as we speak. So this is the oldest picture of the universe. I wish Stephen Hawking was alive so I could share this with him. And it does prove that the universe is infinite. So please share this with everybody. Support UFO Finders Live. Send your footage to our show. You can look us up, UFO Finders Live, and see our newest film, Why the Blank Doesn't Everyone Care, and see what's happening. We filmed flying saucers for 4 days in Phoenix and went to the television station with footage every day in the newspapers, and they done nothing about it. So, still going out there and finding them, that's the key. When we find them every day, everywhere, and we see them flying, this will put a nail in the coffin lid on other belief systems and theories that would make flying obsolete, like teleportation. The man that made the Star Trek series had Star Trek Enterprise flying through space, but yet could teleport people. Why would you need to fly if you could do that? Anyway, peace, love, and harmony to everybody. Let's save this planet. That's what the return of all these gods is all about. We're on the verge of destroying it now. Start recycling and teach your kids to be eco-friendly. The earth is our mother, and the children need it. They need a future. Thank you. Check out all my stuff.